Hey, this is Soldier 7 here reporting for Right Wing Federation, and this video is going to be about the 25-year anniversary of the Handover of Hong Kong. Now, as you know, it was just recently, and it was the 25th anniversary of the British Handover of Hong Kong, and apparently it was said that when it was handed over, that it would remain somewhat of an autonomy zone, at least until 2047. But it seems that over the last few years or so forth, that the communists in Beijing, aka the Communist Party of China, seems to want to be cutting that short, because it seems like over the years they have pushed more and more of their authority into Hong Kong, even though it's supposed to remain an autonomous region at least for another 25 years, because it's at least until 2047, so 25 years left to go. But it seems like they want to start doing things a little more early, as we've seen over the last few years. I mean, we saw it starting in 2019, and even before that, there was the umbrella movement in 2014. But it just seems like over the past few years, Hong Kong is just losing more and more of its freedom. Now, when the time is up in 2047, we don't know what Hong Kong is going to look like, because technically it's still supposed to remain somewhat of an autonomous region, still have its own government and so forth, even though, yes, it's technically a part of China in a way, but it still has its autonomy, or at least supposed to. But as I said, it looks like the communists in Beijing seem to want to crush that. They want to get rid of that earlier than usual, as we've seen, over the last few years, as I mentioned before, and I've done videos about Hong Kong before, especially in 2019. And as we noticed that, things like, right to protest, right to say certain things are now being censored, the national security law, and then there's, censoring of the Tiananmen Square massacre in Hong Kong, which you were allowed to talk about, but it doesn't seem like not so much now. And even if you are, they're making it harder for the people in Hong Kong to talk about, because they don't want people in China to know about it. Of course, I'm talking about the Communist Party that runs China. And yeah, it just seems crazy. But here's another thing. I've done a video once before if Hong Kong should call for revolution. And I said yes. And as you know, recently the United States celebrated 246 years of independence. The thing is given how the communists in Beijing are treating Hong Kong, the question is will Hong Kong ever call for revolution? Will the people of Hong Kong ever get pushed to the edge to where they may call for revolution, regardless of how powerful the People's Liberation Army may seem, or the Communist Party of China may seem, or whatnot? I don't know. But I do think it's something worth talking about, but I do think it's time for revolution in my mind, for the people of Hong Kong. Hopefully they will not let tyranny triumph in Hong Kong. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say for right now. The comment sections are open. And that's it. This is Soldier 7. Thanks for listening.